Good morning, everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. This week, we are moving into a very important part of data analysis, something that forms the foundation of research and all the decision making in business. Whether you are doing a marketing survey, analyzing HR data, or studying the consumer feedback, you will always start with descriptive data analysis. So, today in our lecture, we will discuss descriptive statistics, especially the most commonly used measures, which is the mean, median, and mode. And then we will talk about frequency distributions. All of this will help you understand how to summarize and interpret the data in a very simple language and most meaningful way. Let's begin by understanding the descriptive data analysis. What the descriptive data analysis actually is. In simple language, the descriptive analysis measures it means by taking new data and converting it into the form that makes a sense. When you collect hundred of responses from students or even customers, you cannot uh, interpret anything out of it and you are looking just at the raw numbers. You need to find out the way to summarize the data so you can see the patterns, trends, and general behavior. Descriptive analysis does actually that. It takes large amount of information and converts them into the simple summaries. These summaries help you answer basic questions like what is the average, what value occurs most often, how are the responses that spread out, and what does the data generally look like. Now, let us move to the first part of our lecture, the measures of central tendency. These measures help us to find out the center of dataset. In everyday simple language, we can we often say the things like on average, students spend 3 hours studying every day, or most customers prefer this product. The moment we start using the words like average, typical, or the most common, we are basically talking about mean, median, and mode. Let us begin with the mean. The mean is what we commonly call the average. It is calculated by adding all the values in your dataset and dividing it by the total number of observations present in your dataset. For example, imagine you want to know the average marks of students in a test. If the scores are all added and divided by total number of students, the result is the mean score. The mean gives a general idea of how the group performs. However, one thing to remember is that mean can be influenced by extreme values. If one student scores extremely high or extremely low, it can shift the average, making it either higher or lower than the typical performance. After understanding the mean, let us move a bit forward to the median. What is the median? The answer can be median is simply like the middle value when the data set is arranged in order. If there are 21 students in the median, to secure the 11th student, we when all the scores are arranged from the lowest to the highest, the beauty of this median is that it is not affected by extreme values. So if one student scores very high and one scores very low, it doesn't change the median. It makes the median very useful when you have uneven data or skewed data, or you can say when you have the outliers. For example, when calculating the average income of a country, the economists often prefer using median rather than mean because they are extremely rich people and can distort the mean and can take unrealistic results. Now let us move to the mode. Mod is the value that occurs most frequently in the data set. For instance, if you ask the students their preferred study time and the most of them choose might, then might becomes the mod. The mod is helpful when you want to know what is the most common or the most popular. Unlike the mean or median, the mod can be used even for non-numeric data like categories of brand in preferences. For example, if you want to know which mobile brand is most commonly used, mod is the right statistical choice for you. So, after understanding the mean, the median, and mod, let us shift our focus a little bit to the frequency distribution. Frequency distribution simply tells on how many times each value or category appears in the dataset. If you survey 100 students about their favorite drink, you might find that 40 selected tea and 30 selected coffee and 20 selected juices. This becomes your frequency distribution. If it answers the questions like how often does each response occur, frequency distributions help you see the shape of your data. This show which values are most common and which are less common, and how the responses spread across different options. When you convert your raw data into a frequency table, the data becomes easier to understand, compare, and analyze. Frequency distribution also prepares the dataset for uh, graphical representation, which we all will discuss in our next lecture. When you make a table that shows how often each value appears, it becomes very simple to draw charts like bar charts, pie charts, and histograms. Before we, uh, before we end this lecture, let us give you a simple example to connect everything. Imagine that you conducted a survey asking the students on how they study per day, how many hours basically do they study per day. After calculating the data, you want to summarize it. First, you can calculate the mean to know the average study time. Then you can calculate the median to see the middle value to understand the typical study behavior. You might also look for the mod to find out which study duration is most common. And after that, you can create a frequency distribution table to see how many students study for 1 hour, how many students study for 2 hours, and how many students study for 3 hours, and so on. Just by doing these few steps, you can suddenly understand the entire data set clearly. So today's lecture gave you the foundation basically uh, of these things. You know how to summarize the data using the mean, median, mod, and how to calculate the frequency. In our next lecture, we will move to visualization techniques and cross tabulations, which will help you bring numbers to life. That is end of our today's lecture, and we will be moving forward to the next lecture. Till then, take a short break and take good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.